Always believe in Allah. Reflect upon Allah's grace. Adhere strictly to Allah's injunctions. Love others for the sake of Allah. Stay away from things declared haram in Islam, like liquor, pork, etc. Have unshakable trust in Allah. Endure trials with patience and without losing faith in Allah. Observe the 5 daily prayers without fail. Observe fasts during Ramadan. Observe all Islamic festivals with great fervor. Always help and stand up for other Muslims. These are all beautiful messages, right? Of course. But imagine a CEO telling this to his employees every day. That won't be nice. Not because the message is bad, but because employees can be of different faiths and offices are workplaces, not places of worship. Similarly, if a global organization starts sermonizing like a cleric, it will be pretty bizarre. But it's already happening. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group, and I'm your host, Atul Mishra. In this video, I will tell you about the Islamization of the World Health Organization after the Sinicization of it. Let's begin. The World Health Organization is headquartered in Geneva, a city in Switzerland. Switzerland, as we all know, is a country in Europe. Now, what do we know about Europe? It has been flooded with refugees from the Middle East and North Africa, and practically any war-torn region between the Atlantic Ocean in the west and the Indian Ocean in the east. The thing about these refugees is that all of them are Muslims and are therefore unwilling to amalgamate with the society, culture, and practices of the countries they seek shelter in so as to stay alive and try to make a new life. These Muslim refugees have come to become bullies in Europe. It's either their way or the highway. They are not willing to make adjustments. Instead, what they would certainly be very happy with is for the people of the host countries who welcomed them in their homes and allowed them a chance at survival to convert to Islam perhaps and adopt the culture of the refugees. The World Health Organization seems to agree with this belief, which is why, for some very strange reason, this China-owned body is vouching for the halal nature of COVID-19 vaccines. Halal is the Arabic word for permissible. Halal food or products, and in this case, vaccines, are those which adhere to Islamic law. Non-halal products referred to as haram are generally viewed as taboo among Muslims. At a time when the global pandemic still rages on, basic sense would require that religious dictums and regulations take the backseat for the betterment of human society as a whole. Being rigid in the face of a killer virus is stupidity of the highest order. However, the WHO seems very enthusiastic about putting its stupidity and non-scientific leanings out in the open for the world to see. In a Twitter thread, the World Health Organization, which is considered to be the world's apex health body and is affiliated with the United Nations, sought to clear the air regarding the COVID-19 vaccines and general misconceptions surrounding them. In a shocking tweet, however, a picture posted by the WHO said, COVID-19 vaccines do not contain animal products of any kind. The Medical Fix Symposium has ruled vaccines are permissible according to Sharia law. This tweet was captioned with a moving line which read, COVID-19 vaccines are halal. Sharia, as we all know very well here in India, is the Islamic law of Muslims, which more often than not is placed by adherents over and above the national constitution and laws, thus giving rise to conflicts. Specific pandering to members of one community and convincing them that COVID-19 vaccines are halal is a shameful attempt on the part of WHO to legitimize unscientific temperaments. What should have, at best, been ignored for its stupidity has been given credence to by the WHO. For instance, would members of other religious faiths be inclined to take vaccines now that WHO itself has classified them as halal? The Islamization of WHO seems to be complete with their latest moves aimed at appeasing members of the Muslim community. WHO has been unable to, or rather unwilling to, find China guilty of the massive crimes against humanity which the country has committed over the past 1 year by imperiling the health of the entire human race. The WHO's complicity with China in hiding the pandemic until it became too big to be played down has led to countries taking actions against it since April last year itself. From late acknowledgement of human-to-human transmission of the novel coronavirus to ignoring Taiwan's early warnings in a bid to appease China and disastrous advice against using masks. The WHO simply abdicated all its responsibilities as a global health organization in 2020, and it still continues to do so. Essentially, WHO has now emerged as a body that panders to China and the communists, and more dangerously, even to the Islamists.